He's a pretty good
Okay.
old boy.
Yeah,
So, so, last time I promised Matt I would elaborate on the orb that you identified.
Oh
And
wait, hold on.
okay,
All right, I think my
well,
ink is ready.
I'm putting in chat. The things I told you before still stand, and the orb will allow you to augment at cost these spells if you were to cast them. This does not grant you the ability to cast those spells. This uh, will help you channel power to augment the spells, and we'll get into that later if should you choose to engage that.
so basically
Uh,
sleep turns into coma.
I'm scared what the fuck Shield's gonna. So
Mm-hmm.
hold on, let me. This is what I wrote on this.
Mm-hmm.
Orb is an echo of eternity. Can be attuned to by concentrating on the orb for 6 seconds. Lets you see the realm of Ysgard to 1,000 feet. Has spells, and breaking the orb is awful.
Pretty much. I will elaborate a little bit. The orb will take up 3 attunement slots, and
Okay.
if you were to, we'll say, activate the orb, it will drain half of your remaining health, give you 2 levels of exhaustion, and make incapacitate you essentially for 2 rounds for 12 seconds, where you cannot move or take actions. But
And
doing
that's.
so allows you to cast one of those spells with augmentation.
I thought it was if I got like if I did something, then it would break attunement, and that's when everything.
Yeah, that's what that is. It also breaks attunement.
So if I just attune to it, that shit's still gonna happen to me.
No, no, no. If you attune to it, then you're just attuned to it, and you have the passive ability to view Ysgard at your leisure, should you choose to do that. But to actually activate the orb's inner potential, then those are the list of drawbacks and abilities. Is that it breaks attunement, half your health, exhaustion, but you can cast those spells with augmentation.
If I if I just cast those spells without augmentation, will it do anything? Because I
Nope,
have like two of those spells.
nope.
Okay.
We
But
did long rest, right?
you did long
Yeah.
rest.
Yeah, we did.
And with that covered, last time you were all invited to an auction hosted by the Revens of the Bishop. There was some mingling where you met a poet from New Zephyr, entered to win a raffle, and won a coin toss to gain a few items and money. You also noticed a few individuals acting strangely. The auction went south after a mistake where the Revens accidentally started to auction off an item that they meant to keep. After trying to correct their mistake, the high bidder on the item protested. In being declined the item by the auctioneer, the man shot and killed the auctioneer and the assisting Revan in short order. A battle ensued where many nobles fled or were killed, and a few of the disguised Warforged died, and a mysterious man used a Warforged weapon to blow a hole in the exterior wall of Zlosas to allow survivors to escape. The same man appeared as an allusion to Gwen during her time on watch the following night.
Susie.
Susie. As you five decided to stay out of the city that is now on lockdown, you wake and the day is broken by the cool glow of the sun. Change my music here real quick.
Hello, wherever you are.
Uh, Nero. Do wet your face, and while all of you do get the benefits of a long rest, you wake up at various stages, covered in moisture and feeling a little cold. You have various reasons. Oops, I did that wrong. There we go. You have various reasons to travel to New Zephyr, pursuing leads relevant to your own ends and finding a place to rest that isn't in dirt while contemplating your next individual moves. Plus, traveling in a group does have its advantages. Whatever your purpose, the day is now yours. So, what are we doing today?
Quinn's sleeping in. She's off to shoot.
Joic would be kind of tending to the fire, kind of getting things started.
Okay, what is Smitty doing?
Alfer, I guess, will kind of scout the area, make sure that everything's going good.
Okay.
I am using the pretense of helping with the fire as an excuse to play with fire.
Very well.
Quinn wakes up.
You sure you want to play with that? Looking down at Smitty.
What do you mean play? I'm helping.
I see. Well, all right. Kind of definitely giving us something, but we'll continue doing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I'm seriously just sitting and poking the fire with a stick.
Yes, I just imagine you just putting your hands in it, like, oh, warm.
We'll walk over to the fire. Oh, it's a bit chilly today. She puts her hands up by it. She puts her hands on it. She has resistance to fire damage.
She just sits in the middle of the fire.
As your hands get close to the fire, you take 1 damage.
Ow! Shit.
You should be more careful, yes?
Like rubbing sleep out of my eyes.
Do you have some food? Did anyone pack?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I did. Technically, I guess I do have 10 rations for my
Plan
backpack.
ahead type of guy.
I have no ration. Hold on, I gotta find the voice again. I'm new. I'm only 3.5 years old. I hate macaroni and cheese. Okay, there we go.
Flint is Smitty's kind of just like dumbstruck. He just saw like the metalest fucking thing he ever saw. Just this legendary lady just walks up and just puts her fucking hands in the fire. Just like bam. And then gets hurt by it.
No, I have no food.
It seems I might let me check. He's gonna go back to his pack and oh, surprising! He's gonna bring out 10 rations and share it.
Oh, thank God! It's like, it's almost like they were weighing me down at some point, and I just got rid of them
It is
for no discernible reason.
It's almost like your strength score is low.
Very, very low.
I'm going to say, Smitty, with your passive perception, or rather with your perception being the highest, make me a perception check, please.
$14.
14. There, you smell a very faint perfume of cooking food somewhere.
That's the major open on myself. Before I forget about it.
Okay.
You smell that?
Food? And like looking at his own rations.
Didn't know they smelled that good. I thought it was just bread and crackers.
Yeah, it's not fragrant.
A simple no would have sufficed. Anyway, I smell a cook fire.
uh, would any of us know if this like road is well traveled?
Um, this trade route is pretty heavily used and worn. The dirt has been beat into submission by several hundred years of trade and transit, and it's a fairly wide, respectable path that's been made.
Perhaps some others, travelers.
Go Rob Schmitty. I think I've adopted your accent for a second.
Oh, I'm rubbing off on my friends already.
Already.
Is that
Well.
Quinn's a changeling the whole time?
Well, at least we can safely say it's not our clink clank friends.
I mean, yeah, you do have a point. I don't feasibly think you can eat a whole lot, except for like nuts and bolts, maybe. Do you think they eat rocks or something? They have to get like minerals from somewhere, you know? Let's go find this cook fire. Let's go rob them of their food. Or see if they're hospitable enough to feed us.
But not in
Yep.
that order.
Yeah, we should try the nice approach first, and if they tell us to fuck off, then we take everything they have.
Sounds like an
something I can
event.
eat about.
Sounds like fun to me.
Throw this one ration away.
So, Smitty, you're able to lead the group in the general direction of the food smell. It's coming from the direction you were already traveling, conveniently enough. Um, as you travel in that general direction down the road, I'm assuming you're sticking to the road, yes?
Sure.
Okay. As you travel in that general direction, overhead, above the broadleaf trees, you see a skyship. At least your group in its entirety does. It's not a strange sight to any of you, but very rare to areas not in the center breadth of the continent. The bright blue broomstone nodes keep it aloft high in the air, and this one is larger in size and marked with BCD, the Balder Carbide Division's logo, on the side. Its markings are painted with white and are bold enough to be made out from the ground if you're looking for it.
Now that's
Look
what
at
we need to be stealing.
Yeah. I want my own fucking skyship one day.
Not but a few hundred feet down the road from where you notice this ship, you see a horse-drawn wagon pulled off to one side of the road, and beside it there's a campsite with several people milling about.
And Schmitty, go say hi.
He's using more charismatic.
You are the envoy of this group. I keep dipping into a fucking Cockney accent.
Aw? If you say so. And I'll actually sneak up, to get a better look.
Sure. There's four individuals that you see around the campsite. One's kind of out of view, but you can tell that there's somebody sitting in a position just behind the wagon to your viewpoint. But you also see a halfling tending to the fire, what appears to be a human with reddish curly hair, and a furbolg, a skinny furbolg with a green vest on, who's kind of milling about the rest of the campsite.
Sneak up behind Schmitty.
What's that?
Said I'll sneak up behind Schmidt.
Oh,
What you say?
4 of them. Human,
Oh.
Furbolg, Halfling. Haven't clocked the last one.
Well, they're pretty nice people.
They'll have to be. You're sending a fucking goblin to break the ice.
Yeah. I'm right behind you as like backup. In case things go bad, I'll come out crying. Nobody likes to see a crying woman, I've learned.
Blow the camp.
Alright, got this. Good luck. She pushes him out.
I sort of shout hello to them while still a distance off.
Okay. As soon as you say hello, the couple of them turn towards you, both the human and the furbolg. And turning to look at you, you see the human has a slightly scraggly beard to match, not wearing a shirt, wearing brown trousers, not much to look at. The furbolg has a little bit of a beard going on, some facial hair, but it's in braids. And the skinny furbolg just kind of waves at you and kind of gestures you over, like very animatedly.
I will approach.
He walks not far away from his campsite, but a little bit to try and meet you. Good morning, little dude. Y'all by yourself?
I got a couple friends.
Oh,
He's
that's...
about-
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That's on me. Go on.
They sent me ahead to let you know they were coming.
Oh, that
So we
is
didn't
so
so we didn't
polite.
spook you.
Much appreciated. Yeah. My uncle always said, if you start the day halfway, you'll never find the other half. I don't understand what that means, but you guys should definitely come join us for breakfast.
All right. Thank you. And I will put two fingers to my lips and go.
Quinn falls out of the bush and she was hiding behind.
Yeah, Trevor just kind of standing there will just shrug and start making his way slowly towards him.
Oh, hello there. You guys cooking something smelly? Smells in a good way. Smells good.
Oh yeah, Vaz is making some breakfast, like a vegetable hash with pan-baked biscuits and some mushroom gravy. Oh, you're in for a real treat.
I love all that shit.
It is better than crackers and biscuits, or whatever we had.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, come get you a seat, man. I'll pull up some logs or something. And he walks back to town, right back to the campsite rather. Yeah, he takes off.
See you.
He immediately teleports away.
But no, he goes back to the campsite ahead of you and just starts to gather logs from fallen trees nearby, the smaller ones that he could find, and rolls them up to the campsite area to try and make some more seating. And as you get closer, the human turns to you guys. Hey, you want some breakfast, do you?
You guys sound chill as hell.
Oh, we've been in a lot. We're just trying to stay. I've learned that you keep more friends if you're nice.
That is, yeah, generally, you tend to keep more people around if you're, a lot more accommodating to them.
Okay,
Well, check
that's...
out his names.
And the furbolg comes back and dusts off his hands from the log he was moving. Yeah, so my name is Roscoe. This here is Red. He gestures towards the human, and that there is Vaz. He's our halfling chef today. And over here is Nero, a friend of ours. We kind of picked him up like a stray on the road. Nero,
They're both
please
dogs.
please describe your character for us, please.
Cheat a little bit.
Okay.
No, describe.
I'm going to, but like this gives you a good.
I'm not looking at that till you say what he looks like.
I am. He is. You see, a very large. I mean, he's got. You can tell there's some stuff going on. Like he's got some furball in him, but he also looks like a half giant. He's got like the man bun cut, but it's long. Big beard, and he's just rocking like the basic of not even armors. It's just clothing. There somewhere. He's like super tall.
So you said half Furbolg, half giant?
Yeah, he's half Goliath, half Furball.
Yeah.
So he's pulling little. Like he looks like Goliath, but you can see some Furball features. Matt, I cannot find that right now, but I have it somewhere.
Yeah, this guy he wants to get Oxyphily, but we're trying to convince him not to kill himself.
Eric, what was the halfling's name again?
Oh, that's Vaz.
Vass.
B-A-Z.
Yeah, it's probably
Man, I'm probably gonna have to change pins. This shit's not working out that good.
Change pants.
he's good to meet you. Yes.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you guys. I'm Susie. I think I forgot my accent again. I'm Susie.
My name is Jelric.
Call me Smitty.
What about that guy over there? Just kind of hanging out.
That's Elfier. Yeah,
Ah,
he likes to patrol and do stuff.
oh.
Talk to us a lot.
Oh, no need to be shy, Matt. Come join us. So, are you guys beholden to like any particular domain or faction, family, cult? No judgment either way. It's just best to know who we're talking to.
No, I'm an orphan.
Cool.
I'm part of the Rynemoore tribe.
I don't know who that is.
It is far away.
I don't
Oh,
either.
who about you,
I'm the
Smith
last
Dog?
surviving member of Dirty Dave's Dirty Dozen.
That sounds really fun.
That was tragic. He's the last one. How's that fun?
Well, like the name sounds fun, so I bet that while they were together, they probably had a good time.
Dirty time.
Yeah, yeah. Watching them slaughtered before my eyes wasn't great, but yeah, we had some great times before that.
I feel like we brought up some unpleasant memories for you.
Just memories.
How much longer on breakfast, Vaz?
Please, this got awkward.
It's gonna be about, I don't know, half hour maybe. I gotta make more. We got a lot of people here. Well, okay. Well, hey.
Did you see anyone on your patrol?
Rolling silent type takes.
Yeah, you might have kid stuff going on right now.
I see. It is normal.
What?
Well, hey, while we wait on breakfast, why don't you guys follow me over here and we can do something really good? And he like starts walking just a little up the road from the camp, just to a nice little cleared spot, like just a flat, grassy spot.
Uh, what do you have in mind?
And he like turns and faces you guys, and he assumes like a power stance, like spreads his legs a little bit, puts his arms over his head. Okay, everybody, just follow my lead. Do what I do. We're gonna do some stretches and some positive affirmations. And he like starts to stretch and bend, touch his toes, and just do some windmills.
I can stretch, but I'm gonna load myself while I do it.
This is normal custom here.
Oh, we do it every morning. It is so important to do this.
You should stretch when you wake up. It is pretty important.
Okay, so
Well, I suppose. And Jarek will like follow him and start like really awkwardly doing the thing he's doing.
okay, so just take your hands, put your hands together, one on top of the other. We're gonna go down to your right foot. Just follow your leg down to the ground as far as you can. And while you're doing that, on your exhale, you want to say, "I am important." When you come back up, go down to the other leg, stretch the other side for a couple of seconds, and on the exhale, you say, "I am loved." And then we're going to do a back bend, and this time it's going to be, "I matter."
How long has Nero been with these guys?
Uh, just since yesterday.
He is hard eye rolling, like extremely hard, like the hardest anyone has ever done in the existence of anything.
Gwen starts doing them. Whenever she bends over, she's like, "Ah, this fucking burns." She goes to the other side. God, I want to die. Then she does in the bathroom. Strike me down, saloon. And then she falls down.
Hey, you do whatever's best for your heart.
Ah,
Man, I found that, by the way.
what?
So
He's 8 foot tall and 316 pounds.
Everybody except for Schmitty is like really fun. Schmitty and the redheaded guy, I forgot. Clayton. That's it. Everybody else is like a giant.
sensing everyone's discomfort, Smitty is getting as into it as he possibly can. Like he's just as enthusiastic as everyone else is not.
Went into it. It's just she stretching hurts. It's like me, and I hate stretching. That hurts.
Nero's just over there packing his shit so he can go as soon as fucking possible.
All right, guys, breakfast is ready. Okay, that's enough stretching, I guess. Get one final crack. Let's get the kinks out. Okay. All right, let's go get some breakfast. And he's
Almost over.
and Roscoe is wearing, like I said, the green vest, some cream-colored pants that are rolled up at the cuff, and just bare feet. And he walks over. Okay, we don't really have a whole lot of plates, but I gathered these large pieces of bark, and that should be just fine. It's pretty sturdy. Just don't flex it or nothing. And he starts handing it.
Bark is like the plates of nature.
Or flat rocks work great.
This is true.
And he hands out everyone a big flat piece of bark, or a couple lucky people he gives an actual wooden plate to. And you all are served a smallish but reasonable portion of a biscuit with some browned mushroom gravy and a hash that looks like it contains some carrots, some potatoes, a little bit of seasoning, and some other vegetables you can't really identify. Yeah, we were just talking about that big old earthquake. We were hanging out by the ruins of Rynemoore, and when the whole place just started rocking, man, I swear it wasn't. I wasn't even leaning on it or anything.
You look like you could topple over. I don't know what's a big building around here does.
The biggest building would be the the dual spire that is the large building in New Zephyr.
Hey, you look like you could topple over the. Ooh, I forgot the name that you just said.
The dual spired building.
The dual spire, big guy. How
Uh,
did you do?
that's funny. Yeah.
The Zephyr Spider right over.
What about you guys? You got any traveling stories?
Have you heard about the murderous robots that came from a different dimension?
Oh, I heard about those. I don't really know nothing about them, but I did hear about it.
You should stay away from them because they fucking suck.
Oh, I bet. You didn't have a run-in with them, did you?
We just had one.
Like,
Uh,
like during morning stretches?
not today. It was yesterday
Oh, okay, okay. I got worried for a second.
at Zlosas. We went to some auction and they got pissed off because they didn't get to buy something, I guess.
I mean, they really should know that there's no return policies on a lot of things like that.
I mean, I guess different customs, different worlds, you know.
I guess, and we should all be tolerant of that, you know. But we don't know what's going on with them. Maybe they got some stuff they want to explore.
Yeah, but I think they're just going about it the wrong way, you know. I don't think you should just indiscriminately murder somebody just because they wouldn't sell you something.
No, no, no. You can't be doing that.
But you know, that's about all I got. I don't know what these other fine gentlemen have experienced out in the big old world.
Hey, tell us about your clan there, buddy. You're the one I can't remember the name of. You mentioned it, but I don't know what that is. Tell me about it.
There he is.
Oh,
Stormbreaker.
Well, I was talking to our orc friend, but you guys do whatever order you want to go in. Does not matter to me. Sorry for not being clear about that.
Joe stays quiet.
Somebody will say something soon.
I'm terribly sorry if I made that awkward. That's on me. That's on me.
It's fine. Yes, Storm Rashid from Igidor, near the Tendig territory.
Oh, you're way up north, bro. Okay, I got you.
Was investigating a impact site with Ethrir there and turning it off.
I've only been up that far once before, and that was like he gets cut off by Vaz like elbowing him in the gut. Oh yeah, sorry.
Can I roll insight on that? Was it like?
Yeah, roll me some insight.
That would be 16.
16. That was a jab of not right now. Like it seemed like there's something to tell there, but he was given the signal to stop telling the story.
Do you know what happened in up north? Has it made it this far south?
Oh no, man. What I was talking about, which I will speak about no further, that was a couple years ago.
That is prisoner then. And then, like, Jellicoe very awkwardly, like, start, like, biting into his biscuit. Not sure what else to say.
So where are you fellas heading to?
Well, we were going to go to Zlosas, but then that whole lockdown happened, so we had to bat our faces, and we're heading past New Zephyr. Probably we'll go into Marin's Eve, but it's hard to say. We're just going wherever the breeze takes us. And
Just
again,
four
trying-
dudes, just being dudes.
oh yeah, we go all over the place. Like we've been all over, kind of. Except for like the Deadwood and other places like that, you know. Anywhere it's green, it's happy to be.
I heard it's not that lively in Deadwood.
That's a good one. I like that one. I'll use that one later.
Yeah. That's one from Susie. Remember that.
Well, hey, our breakfast is about done. Let's keep eating on the road. Yeah, you guys want to come with us? Just hop in the wagon.
Well, I mean, if you guys don't object, I don't want to fucking walk that far. I think we're going to New Zephyr, aren't we?
That's the only way to go on this trip, my friend.
I mean,
Besides,
I do not see any reason.
besides, old Serenity here is ready to travel and good today, aren't you, girl? He goes over to the donkey that is hitched to the wagon in the front and gives her some pats on the side, and she's chewing something, and just doesn't seem to acknowledge him much. Ah, yes, you are. You're ready. You're a good girl. And at that mention, you see Red start to extinguish the fire, and they're packing up some things, putting them in the back of the wagon.
All right, I mean, if you guys don't care.
No, we got room. As long as you
Wait
don't
a
mind.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Oh, he stops and puts his hands out. He's waiting.
It's not very lively in Deadwood.
Good
Oh,
one.
oh yeah.
Jeez,
Oh, I
that's,
see what you did there. I see what.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh my God. Oh.
Thank you.
Because dead isn't alive and lively has live in it. Oh my.
You're so smart, Smitty. So glad you get my jokes.
You take that shit back right now.
You are fucking so goddamn dumb.
what is happening?
We understand each other.
I see.
You don't mind the company, do you there,
Got a
Nero?
shorthand.
A little bit of extra
That was fucking
company while we're traveling.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean, can't be much worse than you all.
I like you. That's a funny joke too. Okay, let's pile in the wagon. And there's spots like seats that have been constructed on this wagon. So there's seats that line both the left and right side of the wagon on the top, and there's small steps to get up to that position. There are spots for 3 in the front, and then the back of the wagon itself is open. It's just a covered wagon with a structure built on top of it, essentially. Now, Red climbs in the back of the wagon, and both Vaz and Roscoe get on the top front of the wagon to essentially drive and navigate.
Gwen will sit up front of them. Hey, is this he checking?
All open.
Jellic will stay in the back.
Smitty, where are you going?
Wherever there's a spot.
You can go on the top, or you can go in the back of the wagon.
Yeah, I'll go on the top.
Okay. Elfair, are you with us again or no? Okay. So we'll assume he's up there with with Smitty on top as well, just for the sake of it.
As I sit up on top, I dump out a little bag full of gravel, and as we go, I just throw them.
Oh, so we already covered a little bit, but you guys have any crazy stories? Like, nothing better to pass the time. Even if they're made up, it can get really wild. Like, this one time, we were hanging out by the quasi salts, and Red swears he saw a mermaid. I think it was just a sea puppy.
What is sea puppy?
It was a mermaid. And a kelpie would have been worse. At least all the mermaid wanted to do was watch us. Kelpie would have ate us for lunch. Oh yeah, a sea puppy is what I call a kelpie. A kelpie is like it's kind of like a seahorse type thing, but it's big and kind of aggressive.
Yeah, don't those like eat people?
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
I think a lot of things probably eat people around here.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
You would be fucking amazed. You would be fucking amazed.
I imagine a lot more things can eat you because you're smaller, You have
You
like
are
many.
fucking observant. You are fucking observant.
You have many natural enemies, Schmitty.
I know, right?
Hey, tell him the mushroom story, Vaz. Okay. Hey, he's up in the weird, right? See, this is the one. I shot it. A couple years ago, just on the outskirts, we didn't want to go into the deep of it, right? So I decided I'd give my guys a special treat. Oh, it was a treat, all right. Shot it. Anyway, I go out on my own, right, on my own time, stick my neck out for these two just to go in a little further to see if I can get some mushrooms to stuff with parsley, cheese, a little bit of rabbit meat, and sear it off with some butter. We're going to have a grand old supper, right? But I get some, and I look up just to see something looking back at me from not 10 feet from where I was. So I grease my drawers. I book it out of there. When I stop running, I made a quarter mile back to camping a little extra. The guys tell me ain't nothing followed me, so I relax a little bit, clean myself up. When I get the mushies out of my bag and get them all prepped up for dinner, when I get that done, they has a little bit of an odd smell about them, so I'm the only ones to eat them. Well, it turns out they were special mushies, and I went into a stupor for about a day and a half. When I woke up, I was half naked in the back of the wagon, and these two said I went outside my mind, tried to go back and kiss the dryad I saw in the woods, and got the snot smacked out of me. Then I started talking to the trees and stuff, and after that they said I sold my second pair of trousers, my only other pair, and then I was buck naked in the back of the wagon until we found a river where I could wash my clothes.
That is interesting.
My man got
Sounds like my kind of Tuesday.
so worked up over seeing a pretty tree girl, he done pooped himself and ran away. My lesson though, now I got 3 pairs of drawers.
You always got to have the backup.
Always pack one more pair than you expect you need.
Yeah, you never know when this is.
So that's my funny embarrassing
That's what
bit.
my granny always told me.
So that's my funny embarrassing bit. Who's next?
This one time I met a tree girl and I shit on myself.
This one time I shit on a tree girl.
God.
That's I mean, everybody's got their thing, I guess.
I
Didn't know she was a tree girl at the time. I just ducked behind it.
That's how love stories happen.
I mean, by the time I found out, the turtle was too far out the shell.
Gwen has to find a pin out of her bag, so I'll be back in a second.
How about you, Mr. Nero? You ain't said much. What you got to share?
Not much.
Oh, come on, you're among friends.
Oop and trees are the topic of the night.
We do have a lot of trees.
And we're all full of shit.
I believe that. No, I don't have many entertaining stories.
Well, maybe they're not entertaining to you. Maybe they'd be for us. Got any personal stories you want to share? Not to get too deep. Anything you're comfortable sharing.
Like your fish shag.
I mean, not
No, I was kidding. I was kidding. Don't tell me that.
not
Sex is
anything.
gross. Everyone knows that.
Not anything good. I mean, all mine would be sad.
Even the sexy ones?
Ray of sunshine.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you need a couple of seasons of rain to really appreciate the sunshine.
You are so positive.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I try to be, because, we're all going to die eventually and go to whatever afterlife holds us for whatever deity or non deity you serve. And this little bit here is just a moment or two, so you better enjoy it, right?
Yeah, but technically speaking, I think you'll live a lot longer than the rest of us here.
All right, that's just my lot.
That is.
I'm gonna live forever.
That's the spirit. Party never stops. So as you guys keep traveling, and as far as you can in the day that is given to you here, is there anything else you wish to do or talk about? Okay. Taking that as a negative. You guys can all benefit from a short rest if you choose to. And eventually, Roscoe and Vaz pull the wagon over at a point not dissimilar from the one you left alongside the road and find a clear spot to set up camp as evening begins to fall. All right, I think this is as good a spot as any. You guys ready to chill for a little bit?
Yeah. Relax to the max.
Hey, Emmy got an instrument or anything? I didn't pick one up at the last place. Normally, I
No.
like to use a little flute or harmonica or something.
I got this little thing though, and like she pulls out a little music box. I got this. I don't know if you guys would really get the melody to it a whole lot, but
Well, sure.
yeah, it does. And we'll open it up, and it'll just play a little song.
Okay, can you describe the song?
Have you guys played Bloodborne?
No.
No, you,
So
you have to sing the song.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's a,
Melody and everything.
it goes do 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 do. Shit. Hold on, I'm just gonna find the song. Sing it.
Oh, that don't count. I'm only singing that.
Shut up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not listening to that until I hear you sing it.
And as the camp gets settled in and made, the fire gets set up, ignited, and some evening hot beverage is brewed over the fire in a little kettle. You see Vaz put in what looks to be just some pine needles and some herbs he found nearby. and the song plays from Susan's music box.
It's like real Songbird. Shit. Well, that sucks because nobody's played Bloodborne, so you don't get it. But yeah, that's just the song that plays from it.
It's so ominous.
It is.
You played Golf Story?
What?
Have you played Golf Story?
Golf Story?
Yo,
Exactly.
Golf Story is nuts.
You played that?
Yeah.
The Benny's played like everything.
I was gonna say, like, every time I name like something that I think nobody's gonna know, Benny's like, oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I do the same fucking thing.
What I'm saying is, I'll play Bloodborne when you play Golf Story.
Hey, I'll play that. I don't know what it is, but I'll play it. Benny, have you played Bloodborne?
Yeah, of course.
So you know Murgo's Lullaby?
I don't think I've gotten that far because I'm really bad at it, but
Okay.
I think I've probably heard it before.
Did you ever get the tiny music box on there?
No, definitely no.
In the midst of the music box and the tea, you see Roscoe take off his vest and then take off his pants and bring them to the back of the wagon. Hey, just as a heads up, we don't bring any tents. You guys, if you have tents, fantastic. We don't. To keep my clothes from getting dewy, I always take them off, put them inside the wagon, and then when I wake up, I can shake off the dew and put my dry clothes back on. That's just a personal life hack I figured out. You do whatever you're comfortable with. And Nero, you're very familiar with this process for Roscoe.
Once again, I'm just gonna hand on the forehead, shake my head like, why the fuck am I here?
No, I don't have a tent.
What were we sleeping in before? Did we have a tent?
I've got a bedroll.
Yeah, unless you said otherwise, I was just going with bedrolls on the ground.
We really need to learn a couple of things, but alright. He's not gonna take. Joe is not gonna take his clothes off.
Smitty will climb up a tree and make a little hammock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Elvira, what are you doing?
I mean, no one ever came to get me, so I'm just lost in the woods.
He's back where we started.
Back to the starting location.
The fire's burned down. He's like, what the fuck?
You just see him like T-posing, and all of a sudden he's like, wait.
We're like standing around like, I feel like we've forgotten something.
You log back in where you logged off.
A once friendly companion, now not all there.
Yeah, I was like, everybody's just having so much fun. I'm just enjoying all the lore. My guy's just lost.
No, you're with him.
Elfir, what are you doing? I haven't been here this whole time. Ammon.
Why, but it reminded me of that picture of like a dog. It's like not all who wander are lost, but I sure as hell am.
I just imagine like Alfred's just the group's like imaginary friend. Like we all talk to Alfred, but everyone else is like, who the fuck are they talking to?
Bro, he's right there. He's the paladin.
Elfir is now our imaginary friend.
Group collective imaginary friend.
We believed it.
It's like Santa.
Holy art thou.
Elfir is a paladin from our imagination.
As the sun goes down and the moon is full, the night doesn't quite go dark, but the day is slowly giving way to the night, cool blue sky. Are you guys taking watches, or are you guys just resting?
Like as before Joa goes to bed, he will cast an alarm kind of around the area.
Okay.
Yeah, when does it specifically around your bedroll?
Mm-hmm. But are you taking watches? Is my question.
I
Maybe
feel
I'll
like
take a watch.
we'd ask those guys, be like, so what do you guys do at night? You guys just go to bed and pray that you wake up in the morning?
Oh yeah, we chill. Vaz is pretty light sleeper. Yeah, if something happens, normally I wake up, but it's not too big of a deal. And you see he's kicking off his boots and laying back, with his arms crossed behind his head.
That is very relaxed.
You guys must have no enemies at all. So,
Not true. One time I accidentally plopped my head on a little mound of ants, and they didn't like me too much.
I don't think that's necessarily enemies. I think it's just a bad situation.
Unless these ants are not just ants.
Oh no, no, I think they're just little beasties. They don't hold no grudges.
Oh,
Like I said, if you act real cool, casual, and just have a good time and be nice, you don't make too many enemies.
So it's aspirations to live by.
Chuck doesn't think that that's necessarily a good thing, but he'll keep quiet.
All we have to do, guys, is just be really nice and nobody can be mean to us.
Well, I can take first watch.
I mean, I think there's a few more steps to it than that, but you might be onto something.
All right then. Well, if Joe says he's taking first watch, and the rest of you can begin to rest for the evening. But it isn't too long before the sky turns from a cool, hazy blue to having a slight green and purple glow in the sky.
Channy turns into a werewolf again.
Jelric,
It's a
you're
wire elephant.
you're familiar with this event. The aurora has come out again.
Oh shit!
What is strange is that the aurora it blankets the entirety of the sky, but it seems a little stronger in your particular area.
When he had gone to the impact zone up north, was that, as far as like the timing of the aura and the timing of the landing of that, or
Mhm.
conjuring of that, or summoning of that, what was the time difference between the two events, between the aura showing up and that place appearing?
About a day.
Okay.
Like the impact happened, and then the next day, while you were on the road traveling with your former group, that night is when it happened.
And does it look like the aura is coming more from like the direction that we're heading to New Zephyr?
You make a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Or Arcana.
Well then I'll do Arcana. That's a 22.
22. The aurora in the sky doesn't seem to be coming from any direction. It seems to be lightly flickering and fading in and out of existence in every direction that you look, except for directly overhead, where it seems to be a little brighter. Um, Normally, the aurora isn't just a strip in the sky, but it blankets the entirety of the night sky. And your campsite, though, is more awash in green light as the gentle ribbons swirl above you. Then the light arcs down like a silent tornado, small, until it comes to a gentle rest, swirling about the area of Gwen.
I mean, at that point, yeah. I mean, I guess Jarek is going to like very cautiously stand up. He's gonna kind of like walk over to where Gwen's sleeping. Is the light doing anything?
you see it's swirling, kind of dancing, very gently. It's light, it's not making any noise or causing any disturbance. For those asleep, it might almost lull you into a deeper sleep, acting as a nightlight of sorts. It's very pleasant and calming. But
Susie, Susie. He's gonna like kind of whisper, Susie, wake up.
as the light is moving, you notice that as she stirs and turns to either wake up or dismiss you, the light isn't circling on her, it's circling on her bag.
Oh, well, this is a conundrum. Is she waking up?
Yeah, she will.
Okay. Something happened. And he's gonna like point over at the light that's like circling around Gwen's bag.
Oh, what the fuck?
It came from the aura.
Uh, just want to chill for a minute. Is it like getting closer or anything?
No, it's just swirling and very gently dancing across your bag. And again, this is coming from way overhead. It's a very narrow dust devil of a ribbon of light that is just.
Can I attempt to identify kind of what magic this is?
Okay. Sure, roll me an arcana check.
Could I even discern if this is magical? See, now I just looked it up.
I got a 15.
I'll have you roll a plain d20, Matt. What was your roll, Javine?
I got a 15.
15, okay.
9.
9. Gwen, you are not sure what this is. It could be an arcane light, it could be something manifesting by someone's making, it could be a trap, it could be something that you don't recognize as a natural phenomenon. You're unsure as to what this is. But Jelric, you, and just to clarify, you're asking what type of magic this is, right?
Right, he's trying to define like what kind of magic this could be.
In your study of magic through your mentor and related studies, you know that the weave of magic that is integral throughout the existence in this realm, it is not an arcana that is woven into a tapestry by a deity or other means. What the raw magic of this world is known as the aether flux, and it is a naturally occurring substance that seems to emanate from the core of the world. It's every aspect of this planet, and it just wafts and weaves and flows like water in lines that are known as ley lines. And it's stronger in some places, but overall it just flows throughout everything in this planet, not dictated by a god or a being of your knowledge. And this aura, this aether flux, is what is manipulated when you cast spells or weave your own magics. And this light doesn't seem to be of nature of any specific class or type of magic. It seems to just be perhaps part of that phenomenon overall of just a visual demonstration of the aether flux.
This is raw magic. It's what do you say?
Don't forget the part about being similar to
Almost,
your mother's magic. If it comes up
primordial.
again.
As Jellic is gonna kind of like step forward a bit and just kind of like run his hand through the aether flux.
It doesn't seem to be bothered by your hand. It's slightly cool, but not in a liquid stealing your body temperature type of way. It just feels cool to touch, like a gentle breeze. But other than that, there's no physical manifestation that you can grab onto. It isn't bothered by you. It just flows through you.
There might be something in your bag that is attracting it. Do you have any powerful items?
So, probably this chip of the orb and like hold it near the aether reflux. Pray it on take 50 damage.
As you hold the orb up, it is reacting warmly and is spurred into more active swirls of synchronous energy. The orb of O'Shea, that some of you might know it by, swirls with a numbing teal green energy, and you're drawn to it. It's almost hypnotic in the way that it moves. It's warm. Do you stare deeper, either of you?
Yeah.
Gwen, for you, the way the energy moves reminds you of the pattern, the color, something of the energy that flows beneath the runes of your mother. Shelrick, as you look closer, you see something within the orb. It looks to be a small visual into something far deep or far away through the orb. You see movement. You see what seems to be a landscape of some sort. You get closer to the orb and stare into it. As Gwen is holding the orb in her hands, holding it aloft, and she herself is just getting closer. You see floating islands, fires, burning, rivers, mountains, but without getting closer to it. I mean, almost your eyes are pressed up against it, but without having a higher focus on this object, you can't make out any more detail.
This orb is. What is this?
Pick it up. It looks into Yisgard.
So what was that?
Said you ever heard of Yisgard?
No. Actually, would I have heard? Would he have heard of Eastgard?
I will say, no, you would have not in your studies.
Yeah, he'll shake his head. No.
It's a different plane of existence. You know, some people think it's where. I mean, is it like in D&D lore where like Yisgard's like the good place?
I will say that to your knowledge, based on your history and education, you would know the very basics that Ysgard is one of the many planes of existence that some gods call home and call home their devotees to. But it's not been a topic of great interest to you at this time, so you wouldn't know the far-reaching details about it.
I just know it's like a different plane of existence. Some people think like gods and stuff inhabit there. Not really. I didn't delve too much into it whenever I was studying.
That is interesting. To say the least. He'll kind of like back his face up from the orb. And then he'll look back up to the sky. It could be related to what's about to happen.
I really got the chance to ask you what you do, but do you know a whole lot about magic, Jody?
He'll kind of look back to Susie and smile. Yes, okay. Doesn't remind me, who is my mentor's name again for the like 1,000th time?
Noel.
That's it. Yes, I trained under Noel. came to my tribe and helped me out with some magic, and over time I became what you call paranormal sort of investigator. Helped with ghosts and
So you're
things
a ghost,
bothering.
you're a ghost hunter.
Yes, yes, exactly.
God, that's cool as shit.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I also happen to know a
Did
thing.
you ever catch one?
I'm trying to figure out my fucking accent. It's bouncing all over the place right now.
I just imagine Smitty like jumps up between us, like, oh god.
Mhm.
What the fuck?
I've actually been in my hammock, just peeking over this whole time. The sound of a masculine voice frightened me awake, and so no, I'm just kidding. No,
Too manly.
any voice frightens me awake. So yeah, I peeked over and I saw the whole like whirlwind thing, and I had no I had no input because Smitty was up there, just like, oh, cool, and like sketching like ideas for a comic. But yes, now he has joined the party.
Well, Jelric,
Never caught one.
I don't know if you
What kind of
noticed
traps do
earlier.
you use?
My magic, I tend to focus a lot of it around songs and like music and stuff. That little music box is my spell book.
Ah, I see. Well, and he'll pull out his hammer, again wrapped in cloth. This is mine. My magic is focused on conjuration. And he'll take out Squeaks again, as like Squeaks is like kind of curled up like underneath one of his pelts over his armor, and he'll kind of like hand out his scroll. This is my familiar.
And unintentionally, it like squeals really loudly. Oh my god, it's so fucking cute.
I know it's pretty good.
I want to learn that fucking spell.
It's a very valuable spell.
Oh. Well,
And
hey,
you get some pretty cute animals from it.
well, whenever we get the chance, I will show you this orb some more. I feel like, we could bounce it between each other's heads that way.
True. And if you want, and he will undo the cloth around his hammer, and you'll see there's no words or like runes like on the hammer itself. It's all like kind of notches like in the metal of the hammer. This one here, and he will kind of like show you like a weird, but yet it's kind of specific array of notches kind of sprawled out against the metal. If you want, I would not mind trading spells if it becomes necessary.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. I have to kind of hum it to you, and you kind of have to interpret it into spell form. That's how I learned how to do magic. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just fine. This one, I'll teach you how to read these notches.
Cool. I like to learn. I'm just going with a Cockney accent now. She's always happy.
Your voice is very distinct.
I can't help it. Schmitty fucking rubbed off on me.
Dash, did you get the message I sent you?
But speaking of backstory, what did you do before all of this?
Sorry. I forgot to speak because I got a message that came to my eyes, but then hit my brain a lot, like several minutes later. Anyway, there was another similar light tornado touching down on the horizon in the direction of New Zephyr.
Nick Zappa, huh? That is.
That is
It's
not
another one of these. Let's go steal it.
It is not something we can steal. It is
We stole one of them, didn't we?
Well, we don't know that necessarily that they're going They could just be going towards like a prominent thing of power, like something that would draw whatever the fuck that was like to hear.
Sounds stealable. Sounds worth stealing.
What if it's like a big holy
in.
rock? Okay. I like this guy. But yeah, once we get a chance to actually sit down somewhere, we'll take a gander at this together.
That sounds like a plan. Do you want to take a second watch then?
Yeah. Gwen will she'll hold the orb out for a little bit longer and let the swirly stuff do its thing and put it back in her bag.
Yeah, Joe will kind of wrap his hammer back up, kind of take it with him to his sleeping bag. And he'll kind of just like lay in the sleeping bag and just kind of stare up at the sky. Not quite falling asleep just yet.
Okay. And Smitty?
I sent a GIF to the chat. That's Smitty and the squirrel. They're bonding.
No, wait,
They're,
sweet, wait, no, do not attack, oh shit,
No.
come back.
We're just playing.
Yes.
Okay,
He got on the nape of the neck. That's
Tail, look at him wagging that tail.
I
He's
do
loving it.
not think, familiars carry, rabies, but,
Jark,
I do.
your squirrel is hissing.
okay, come back, Squeaks, it is okay.
Good match. Get you next time, eh?
Listen, Schmitty.
Yes.
I'm gonna make something soon, and it's gonna be so fucking cool.
Will you let me rough house with it?
I don't know. It depends on it. I think they have their own personalities.
Ah, I got the charm.
Okay. Does anyone else, for the remainder of the evening, we'll say, during various watches, is there anything that you would like to do or ask or talk about? This is for everyone.
I'm back. What was that?
During your watch or anything throughout the rest of the night, is there anything that you wish to do or talk about or ask?
What is that town that I was looking for?
You had mentioned wanting to go to the area of Oxyphily for reasons that are your own, but Oxyphily is the old ruin that has allegedly a lot of dangers nearby.
The dangers is in the dangers I'm looking for.
You're unsure. This is you taking a stab at something.
What the fuck is this place called?
The town you're headed towards on this road is New Zephyr. It is the central and most populous city in the continent. But Oxyphily is the place that you're looking for to try and pick a fight or find something.
Oxyphily, I see it. Where's New Zephyr?
Very dead center almost.
Yep. Oh, that ain't stupid far away. What are we in the whatever bypass?
Yeah, you're on the Zlosas bypass. Within the confines of the Zlosas forest.
I assume I've already asked the group that I'm with, or that I was with prior, if they've heard anything from there or been there.
From which place?
Um, Octocyphily.
Yeah, they've been trying to warn you off of that place. That place is just full of things that are mean, and in the words of your new friend Roscoe, is totally not a place you want to be.
So I'm gonna ask. Well, maybe not if they're asleep, but
Hmm.
I will mention it sometime and ask the new guys if they have heard of or been to Octocyphily.
Well, when it comes time for your shift, it will be probably Susan who wakes you up for your turn.
Wake up, big guy. Just to ensure we don't die.
Okay. Anything go on during your watch?
That's a pretty cool aurora that came out.
Do I know anything about that?
Not personally, no. You've seen it twice to this point. This aurora happens about once a month when the moon is full.
Oh, okay. Have I noticed any changes in any abilities or anything during that time?
No, you've not noticed anything. By this time, by your watch, the aurora is kind of faded away. There's only the faint glowing of green in the sky as it melts back into the dark of blue.
Oh, you pulled up the actual map. I've been over here fucking
I was trying to help you.
searching for shit. I could have just went over to this map and been like, ah, right there. I don't remember why I circled some of these things that I did,
Hard to say.
but that is fine. I don't know what that is.
And Gwen, are you heading back to sleep?
Yep. Gonna go punch you away.
Nero, do you say anything to Gwen before she goes back to rest?
No, with it being this time, I'll let her
Okay.
rest.
Well, as the shifts change and the sky follows suit, eventually we find ourselves on the other side of the night. And we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and then we'll come back to discuss what happens next. Well, since we're all back, we will continue. So everybody can benefit from a long rest now if you need to.
Who's what again? Like, what is everybody?
Jellic is a half orc.
Okay, I remember him. And then a goblin.
Spit.
What's
Yeah, he's a goblin.
Yep, I'm a goblin.
I'm a teeth.
just straight tiefling?
I don't look like a Baldur's Gate tiefling. I look like almost even a Perception one.
Okay.
Well, kind of elf. They have long.
And then Elfier, I assume, is an elf.
How'd you know?
It's like something about his name.
Because he has elf ears.
That's racist.
That's racist.
That's
Racist.
It's in your name.
No, his name is Alfir.
It's he's got
Alfir.
There's a little like symbol above the E. You just
Yeah. It's like you just gotta sound like Norse when you say it. Alfir.
Good morning, party people.
Hello, sunshine.
And he walks over to the wagon to put his clothes back on.
you are did not wake up at all.
You don't have an ass.
What's up? No, totally flat back there, bro. Yeah, no, we didn't wake up. Was there any trouble? Vash should have woken up. Vaz is a pretty light sleeper.
No trouble.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys missed an aurora though. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Oh man. Yeah, if anything happens like that, like shooting stars, meteor showers, auroras, any kind of, you know, anything celestial like that, definitely give me a little shake there, because I'd love to see it.
I mean, I do think it spelled out your name.
Oh, for real?
It said, Roscoe Goodmore. You're such a good guy.
It's probably
It
my.
had a little heart beside it.
It could have been my birthday. I don't know when my birthday is. Maybe it was last night and I missed the party.
It could have been yesterday. Like the entirety of the day, not just the night.
I mean, maybe I was born at night. I don't know.
But it would still count that day. Like the entire day would be your birthday.
Oh, what is it?
Not just
After,
the night.
Before midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was just like a birthday or a birth night, a birth evening, a birth siesta. You know, I don't know.
No,
They go together.
Yeah, they take the entirety of the day.
That seems kind of, like a hog, and I don't want to take the whole day. What if it's someone else's birthday too?
Well, you get to share it with them, but it's
Or-
your day.
Or you beat them up and you take dominance.
I
Or
wouldn't
that.
want to do that either.
I don't
That
think
feels
he would
weird.
do it.
Hmm.
But I mean, sharing, you'd like to share, don't you?
Oh, for sure.
See, you can share birthdays.
Okay. Well, I'll ponder on that one. That's a thinker.
Do you know who your parents are? Maybe one of them is a god.
No, I don't really know. I was just kind of left to do my own thing.
There's a god of like extreme chill.
It's like
You're probably their
So-
offspring.
joke was just joking, and then he finds out Thrill's like, oh fuck.
There's this god called Chad, and he's just a really cool guy.
Well, let's get up on the wagon. We got some reserve, some dry food, some granola in the back. We'll just munch on that and get us an early start on the road. Come on, Penelope. You see he addresses the donkey and tries to get her situated and everything. I'll have Elfir if you can. If not, that's fine. Give me a perception check.
I got you.
using your ears.
Exactly.
When you sound.
I'm gonna do a perception check, but I might have to jump to the bed afterwards.
Okay.
I hear him speaking.
Five. Nope.
That's horrible.
Okay. Good to know. Carry on.
If you happen to know your stats, we can list them all for you.
I should have it here. Maybe I don't. I either have it in front of me or it's on roll 20. It's fine. But, okay. Yeah, so, do you all jump back in the wagon, or what is your plan?
I'll jump back in. Cast my drone.
Yeah, if we're going, let's go.
Okay. Well, the day is a lot similar to yesterday. It's a little bit warmer, bright. Everything seems cheerful, especially in the forest. And travel begins shortly after you have woken up. Now, you pass a couple travelers on the road this day. The first group to come past your wagon as you're traveling kind of southeastish towards New Zephyr on the Zlosas bypass is a group of 5 men in dark gray robes. Dark gray and blue robes, excuse me. And one is carrying something. And they watch you kind of closely as you pass them. Do any of you do anything?
We see what they're carrying.
If you want to stay visible to get a better view, you could. And if you do so, you can make me a perception check on that.
I'm gonna look at one of them and be like, "Hey, you see what they're carrying?"
I suppose you can. Can I roll a perception?
Sure.
That would be a. What is my perception? So that is 0, I believe. 9.
9. It's a small container. It's about less than a foot wide, but about the same dimensions all the way around. And one's carrying it under the arm. You can't make it out.
I do not see much.
Anybody recognize their robes?
We'll say that everybody besides Nero would recognize them immediately as Revens. This is a group of 5 Revens traveling towards Zlosas.
Good, bad.
These are folks who just had, you know, our little treasure. Aren't they the ones that had this prior?
Let's not mention that. Let's just hope they keep going.
It's terrifying.
So
Nope.
are they looking?
Oh, they're looking at the wagon as you guys pass, and Roscoe gives them a wave. Howdy do, gentlemen. And the wagon keeps going. And you see they stop and watch your wagon a little bit, and then call out after, "Hey, hello there, sir. Can you hurry up a minute?" And Roscoe pulls the reins.
Are we back in the wagon? Like
They-
a covered wagon?
You can be. I mean, you can be in the covered wagon, or there's a place to ride on top. Yesterday, you guys chose to ride on top for the most part.
Where are we all at?
You tell me.
I'm trying to see where they're at first. I feel like as big as I am, top is not a good idea.
Oh, I kind of figured you'd be in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is Gwen and Jelric?
Jelric is going to. Can he get out of the back of the wagon, but kind of like stay like hidden?
Well, not really, because your options are sitting on top of the wagon on the structure, like the benches on that ride either side, or be in the wagon
Well,
or
he'd
on
be
the,
in
on
the
the front of
wagon.
it. Okay.
So we heard them tell us to stop.
Yes, and Roscoe is accommodating.
How much room is there inside here?
A fair bit. They don't have a lot that they're carrying with them. There's a few bags of supplies and backup clothing and that type of thing, but it's pretty spacious. There's, we'll say, about
Able to stand up?
almost.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up as much as I can, and I'm gonna get my hammer here, and I'm going to just get ready. I guess it's tall because we're up higher. Pretty well off swing if it comes down to it.
Okay. So, the Roscoe
Where
pulls.
was Schmitty at? Because Schmitty would have been Or Gwen would have been
Up top.
Okay, Gwen's up top.
Now, Jelric, you did peek out of the wagon to try and look at their box, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and Smitty, where did you say you were?
It's up by Gwen.
Okay. Sorry, sir. We're kind of full on Traveler. We don't have enough room for more. Besides, I think you're heading in the opposite direction. Oh, not to worry about that. I just have one thing for one of your passengers. It looks like, and he turns to one of the other gentlemen in his group and opens the box that they have with them. He reaches inside and grabs some papers. He goes over to the back of the wagon and kind of knocks on the wood.
Who's back here with me?
It is you, it is Clayton, it is Jelric, and Elfir, I'm assuming.
So, if I'm sitting there holding my hammer up, I want to kind of look to them and kind of nod towards the door like they can open it. And I'm not going to swing immediately. I'm just going to wait.
Jellic will very slowly open the door, or the whatever it is, to the back of the wagon.
Oh, wonderful. I believe this is for you. And the human Revan, he has like his goatee. It's been very well manicured. He looks very clean. His hood is back, and he has a very trim haircut, like a fade on the sides that has a combed top. He hands you a paper, and this paper has a depiction of yourself, and it looks to be a wanted poster. I believe this is you. Don't worry, it's there's no rush. And he hands you the paper.
Where do you get this?
You on the paper, it has the depiction of you. It says, "Not dangerous, no reward," and at the bottom it has some small text that is asking you and other individuals to come to to the closest Revan bastion near you to discuss the attack on Zlosas, and there will be a payment of 50 gold after answering their given questions about the attack. Only if you're available. It looks like you're headed towards New Zephyr. You can find the bastion right inside the city over there, should you be inclined to assist with the investigation, we'll say.
Question: did they just happen to stop us, or were they searching other travelers as well?
All you know is that they're walking on the road towards Zlosas, carrying this chest, and they were kind of scanning your group, and at least noticed you.
Who is your superior? I believe it's called.
Well, the bishop is in charge of all of the Revens, but we do have some electors if you wish to speak to one of them, but most of them reside in Blackspire. Is there a reason for this?
Would we find a bastion in New Zephyr? Is there one like that there?
Yes, it should be right inside the gate. I don't remember which direction, but it should be fairly obvious. It has the bishop's colors on it.
That is good. We will find it then.
And if you need it, since you asked for it, our direct supervisor in Blackspire is Lector Wassler. He is in charge of the Zlosas and New Zephyr region.
I see.
But again, this is all totally voluntary. Since we are speaking, and he turns around and gets a few more papers out of the box and shows you. Have you seen any of these? for the same purpose. And he flips through a couple. There's you. You already have yours. You see an image drawn of Clayton. You see an image of a minotaur and an image of a fairy.
The one with Clayton, he'll just say, I can give this one to him. Does the fairy and the minotaur look familiar?
You recognize them from being at the auction, but you never spoke to them.
Yes. No, I am not familiar with the other two.
Very well. Again, this is all at your leisure, and only if you're comfortable speaking about it. I'm sure it was very traumatic for you as well.
When did excuse me, when did you find out about all that happened in Zlosas?
Oh, more or less immediately. As soon as the event happened and the Warforged launched their attack, the city went into lockdown. The bishop and all of Blackspire was notified, and we had things put into motion pretty immediately.
I see. So, quite good surveillance then.
Beg your pardon, your accent's a little thick.
Yes, I know. Surveillance. Quite good.
Frankly, I'm not sure what you said. I'm sorry.
He'll kind of like think of it like, damn. You watch over people quite well.
Oh, surveillance.
Yes.
Yes. We have a great number of methods. Mainly for this, if you're wondering, we just took different sections of our invitee list that you were invited from, and those that we are sure are probably still alive were put on this list.
I see. All right. Well, I will make sure this one is given to the right person.
It is very much appreciated. And if you have any information on the Warforged or their movements about, please let us know.
Of course, kind of give a not quite joyous smile, but he'll give like a smile just for very general courtesy. And then he'll kind of just like very slowly close the door on them.
Okay. They thank your driver for his cooperation, and then they turn and they leave.
I'll put the hammer down.
Okay. Let's go, Penelope. And he cracks the whips, and your wagon starts to move again.
In the meantime, Smitty has crawled around to the other side of the carriage and climbed in the window and has read over Jelric's shoulder. He said,
Sorry, you're sneaky.
"You're worth more than that, friend. We gotta update your resume."
Yes. It seems they want to speak with us regarding what happened.
At this moment, Smitty, you see the squirrel peek out of Jelric's cloak, and the squirrel is holding a pair of winged goggles up to its face and is looking around, and then pops back down into his coat.
That motherfucker.
Is there an issue?
No.
Oh.
He will swing out the window and back up onto the top.
Okay.
Are you sure? You seem very aggravated.
No! And I slam the window from outside.
While they're traveling,
Mhm.
he's going to ritual cast Identify on this piece of paper.
Okay. You identify it as a piece of parchment. It's been lightly enchanted to have some brief illusory animation to your photo to try and get a better grant on the profile of you. But that's all that's happening here.
So there's no like divination or anything happening.
No.
Okay.
After this, there is some time that passes as you keep traveling on the road. And right about midday, Gwen, are you still riding on top?
Yeah.
Can you make me a perception check, please, from the top of the wagon? As you ride next to Roscoe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you said something. I didn't quite hear you. If you did.
18.
18. Okay. As you are riding along, you see just off the road a little bit, like you're just kind of dazing off and looking into the forest. And just inside the forest, under a little patch of trees, you see some dirt that's been disturbed.
Hey, Roscoe, look that disturbed Burial, you're gonna have to result.
It's probably just where an animal's been scratching itself or laying down. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
That's cool.
Why, do you want to go over there and sit in it or something?
No, I just
'Cause
noticed it.
to really get to know someone, you gotta live in their shoes, and sometimes you just gotta squat where the bear is.
I mean, lead by example. You show me how to squat like a bear does, and I might try.
Okay, I'm on it. And
Okay.
he pulls the reins, and the wagon comes to a stop, and those inside don't know why. And suddenly, Roscoe jumps off the wagon and kind of like trots his way over to that area that you're pointed out.
Drop behind.
Huh?
Said Gwen, drop behind.
Okay.
It's right over there.
Yeah. So it probably was. This was like a big animal, and it's just scratching his back up a tree like this. He probably rolled around. He scratches his back on the tree and then flops on the ground and starts rolling around on the ground. As he's doing this, you notice that the dirt is not from an animal. It looks like it's been dug and then replaced. You just got to get in there and kind of scrub and get the scent because that's.
Well, Roscoe, how many animals can dig and then bury something back?
Oh, I've some dogs do stuff. I've seen cats do something very similar.
How
You
big is
wouldn't.
this? Like, how big is this little dirt mound? Is it like big enough for it to look like a dog did it?
It looks like it's about the size of a dog.
Like it is dog sized in.
Yes. It is a
Oh,
dog.
Roscoe, it's a little bit big.
If you want to go digging after an animal scat, you go right ahead. But I've had my fill of that kind of thing, and I'm going to sit at this one out.
You're probably right. What if there's like a dead body too? That'd be gross.
Could be, but you know, you do something like that, you could get a disease.
You're right. Let's be sanitary.
What are the rest of you doing while they're over there doing this?
Jock is kind of like speak with the rest of the group and say like, why did they stop?
It could be any number of things. Roscoe's liable to stop for anything he sees. He could see a bird and chase it into the forest for a little bit, come back with a berry. Who knows? And Vance just nods back off to sleep.
It does not seem efficient.
Dreams is efficiency.
Okay, Smitty, Nero? Does Smitty or Nero do anything while they're off frolicking in the forest? Yeah, all right.
Brawl.
No.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's get back on the trail. We still got about a day's travel left, but not a whole day here. So we'll probably camp one more night, and then we'll be the Zephyr the first thing in the morning.
God, how long would it have taken if you just walked there?
A bit longer. I mean, uh, our wagon's not super fast. I know our donkey there. Sometimes I call her Penelope. Sometimes I call her Persephone. Sometimes I call her something, and I can't remember what it is. But she's a little older, getting up in years, and she's not the quickest either. So I mean, it's just a little bit faster and a little bit more comfortable than walking.
I mean, it's a lot better than walking.
Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna get on, and he jumps up on the
Yeah.
wagon.
Get up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go sit in the back for a little bit, hang out with the boys.
Oh no, Drew joined us. Ugh.
As the wagon picks up and carries on, it isn't until probably late afternoon that something else walks by your wagon. So everybody is in the back except for, I believe, Smitty is still on top of the wagon. Is that right?
Yep.
And Smitty, you would be the one to see the last thing that walks by you. And as you're traveling onward, the creature that begins wandering past your wagon is a very skinny, black and white kind of slender dog, and the dog is wearing what looks to be a cowboy hat. And as it walks past you, it looks at the wagon in general and up at you, and you swear it kind of gives a nod at you and then keeps walking past you.
I nod back.
Okay. And the dog carries on, and so does your wagon. And before too long, the wagon comes to one more graceful stop, and Roscoe comes to the back of the wagon and parts the tarp that is covering it up. Okay, guys, last campsite will be Zephyr in the morning. Come get you a little bit of food, and let's chill out for another night. He lets the canvas fall and walks away.
Get out. Rolled out like the autobots.
Well, we're kind of short. Does anybody want to help me, figure out what we're doing for dinner? Maybe help me gather some things.
I'm not a very good huntress.
Oh, where are we at here? And he gets out and stretches a little bit, being asleep for most of the trip on and off. And looking around, this section of forest where you're parked at is next to a little creek. There's several patches of bushes nearby and little clumps of trees. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. I think I got some ideas. And he just begins to start setting up camp and his fire and doing whatever he is choosing to do. But that is not what is important now. What's important now is what are you choosing to do? Okay.
Would you guys have talked to Gwen about the fucking?
Joe could have brought that up to everybody that was with, to Smitty, Susie, and Elfier. And then also Clayton, since he was there.
So it's only for. So the wanted posters are only for you and Clayton.
Yes, it seems, we were the only ones recorded. There was also a Minotaur and, Ferry as well, but, it was, just Clayton and I, which is odd
That's pretty weird.
because you both were there.
I mean, we all were there. I know me and Clayton got out of there before anybody else, but
But why not the rest of you?
right?
Something's off, I think.
Well,
I do plan on going. I do think it might be best if we do go, but we might want to be cautious about it.
I mean, it's always better not to be wanted traveling around.
I do agree with that.
I don't think we should bring this little thing inside, though.
No, but you.
I'm staying.
You're staying.
Well, I mean, it's only for you and Clayton, right?
Yes, that is true.
I mean, you guys can go and just clear your names and then come back.
It does not. I mean, it does not seem like a normal wanted poster, but
Yeah, it's weird.
it is weird. That's a very decidable. I will go. I have in case it does turn out to be something dangerous, I can get out.
Okay. As you all get settled in for sleep, the city of New Zephyr is nearby, still a couple hours out. But the city is large and sprawling with many homes and extensions that you can pretty plainly see. Right here.
Oh, by the way, and he's gonna like reach like into his bag. I do not know where this came from, but he's gonna pull out like a pair of goggles. He just, Squeaks was in there, and apparently did something I do not know. Do you know what this is?
Speedy. Those look like the fucking goggles you wanted.
Yeah, and the fucking squirrel got 'em, and he was wearing them.
Those are Smitty's. He lost them in Zlosas.
Oh, it is good it was recovered, and he will kind of give Smitty the goggles.
Smitty like takes them like reverently in two hands, like palms up.
Smitty obtained goggles of none.
Sure did.
Goblins have not vision.
I was gonna say,
Double dark vision now.
Mm-hmm.
we can see in slightly better grayscale than the others.
Meanwhile, Clayton with his human eyes.
I don't think I have dark vision. Let me check.
I think you do.
I do. I do have dark vision. God, I hate that everyone has dark vision.
There's like seldom you
way
races.
too many. There's way too many people have dark vision.
It's funny, Furbolgs don't have it, but I was a Twilight Cleric, so I got like super dark vision anyway.
So, as the night settles in, is there anything that anybody wants to do?
One would show the orb to Jorik. Be like, hey, do you know how to identify stuff?
You know what?
Do you know how to identify stuff?
Yes, I can.
Do it with this.
He'll kind of like take the orb and it's going to take a while. Is that okay?
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar.
A nod. You know, kind of like moving it around his hand, so just kind of focus on it as we go into ritual cast identify on the orb.
Okay. You gain all the knowledge from before. I'll copy and paste that to you in a second. But yeah, you don't learn anything new or different.
He'll detail everything about like the spells, like everything else about it, but like upon handing it back, as that is seems seems very powerful, but very very risky.
Yeah. I definitely don't know about about using it or anything.
Yeah, it's being tired after using it would be that could be dangerous. Could end up in death.
I don't know. I feel like there's something. Those Warforged wanted these real bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is powerful. There's no doubt. I mean, granted, I'll be honest. I would not mind studying it further, but
I mean,
it's,
anytime you want to take a look at it, for some reason, I don't fully trust the Revens either. I don't think we should take this into like their building, you know.
no, and it seems very odd that they came and was able to pick us out, despite not completely seeing us. I mean, granted, they might have asked other travelers as well, but
How did you guys get out of the auction?
we went through the hole in the wall.
So you didn't see the guy that did it? I thought he was still around whenever me and Clayton went through there.
As there was a couple of people around, the few that were alive, but
You didn't-
anyone in particular.
It was this guy. He had like bandages all over his like face and his hands and stuff.
General would just kind of like slowly shake his head.
He's the one that blew that hole in the wall, and me and Clayton ran through it. The first night that we camped outside, he kind of like appeared and told me to keep the orb and that the Revens were able to kind of track people to a certain extent. So they probably know that we have this.
So they showed up in camp with alarm.
No, it wasn't them. It was the guy that blew that hole in the wall. Like it wasn't. I don't know if it was him exactly.
I mean, if he showed up, we would have heard it, right? You
Yeah.
had alarm as well.
Yeah, he came during my watch whenever I was awake.
Illusion then.
Could have sent like a
I
projection of
told you I
himself
need
or
Cameron,
something.
Javine, and Matt to just keep the lore going. Roll play
Yeah.
stuff.
Think we should. I think we should keep on to this one at least. I'm starting to think there might be more of them.
How not to undermine you, but how confident are you in your spell casting?
To what extent do you mean?
Able to hold your own, as he's like thinking of words to say.
Well, I use a lot of defensive spells. I can protect myself pretty good. I kind of protect myself a whole lot. She'll like hold up the rapier with this thing a whole lot more. I've learned a different form of spell casting. But I'm
I
not a
see.
warlock. The fuck them.
Yes, no, fuck them.
Yeah, I fucking worked
No.
my ass off.
Yes, I
I've learned
studied
it.
for so much, and then the warlock is like, oh, I can
Oh,
cast
yeah.
the Eldritch Blast.
Blah blah. That's all I can fucking do.
It's on my demon daddy.
Gwen cracks up because she.
He just spits on the ground like after.
And don't get me started on fucking sorcerers.
Oh yes, whatever
Pretentious
them blood.
assholes.
Ooh, I came
Pretentious
from
dickheads.
I came from rich family. Oh, look at me, in robes.
Nothing special happened. One of your ancestors got fucking borked by a goddamn dragon or some shit. Like, who fucking cares?
What does that give them access to fireball?
Right?
Nira, from the sideline, you hear the word dragon and kind of start listening.
I pop. Flint pops in. Smitty pops in and says, yeah, I forgot who I was. Smitty pops in and says, did I hear somebody say Demon Daddy?
Yes, it's
This British compared to other magic uses.
yes, because they are honestly they suck.
Yeah. They're the worst. They didn't have to fucking train.
They didn't have to pay tuition. No, I mean, I didn't either. But I had a mentor. I had to
kinda
work for
did.
mine.
But yeah, they suck.
Yeah,
And they didn't.
Must
They didn't.
suck to have magical powers that you had to work for.
We had to work for it. Years, Schmitty. Fucking years.
It took so much writing.
I had to learn fucking music theory.
I had to learn how to hunt ghosts. That
You
part
wouldn't
was
get it.
kind of fun. That part
You
was kind of
wouldn't
fun.
get it.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
Really?
Wait, are you a wizard?
No.
You use that little bow though, can't you?
Make me a magic user.
But you can. You're magic at it. I couldn't use a bow. That's pretty cool.
Okay, the joke was that you're magic users and I'm not. I don't have magic.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make you feel better about your physical traits.
It is all about positivity.
Fuck is wrong with my physical traits?
Nothing. I'm exemplifying them. I'm saying they're cool.
Why are you trying to make me feel better about it?
Because I felt like you were you felt inadequate about not being able to cast magic.
I
Magic
think
doesn't come from your magic doesn't come from your dick.
Here, and Jelric is going to pick up like a random stone off the ground, and I'm going to use magic tinkering. He's going to like start saying some like weird words, as he's going to make the stone shine really bright, or he's going to have it like plain at first. Alright, if you are magical, this stone will I cast the enchantment on this, and if you have some hidden magic in you, it will glow bright, yes. And he's like, as soon as he brings the stone up to Smitty, he's gonna use magic tincturing to make the stone glow very bright.
Go over to Schmitty and cast enlarge on.
Oh god! Oh.
Fucking do it.
Are you you might be a wizard.
Look at you. You've got magic, Schmitty. Magical chanting snores in the background.
Wait, did you cast enlarge on me?
Oh yeah, hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, I'm like stomping around like actually like as I stomp I'm gonna make he's making with his mouth the sound as he's actually making stomping sounds.
Well, I do have to ask, are you willing?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Smitty has never been more willing to do anything in his life.
So you're small, right?
Yes.
So now you're medium.
Hell yeah. And I am still doing exactly that.
You have
I'm bragging, I'm a human.
Jarek is definitely laughing at this.
Now, this is definitely not meant for a long-lasting time, Schmitty, and then you'll turn back small. Can't really hold it up that long. It don't last that long.
Oh, Greg,
You-
we
you ever
barely got to know you.
You know how like when we're in a fight though, or like how time seems to slow down.
Yeah.
Well, I can do it in a fight and it'll last like forever, almost.
Why would you want a fight to last forever?
Sometimes they're fun. Not when a grenade blows up underneath me though.
Yes, that's hurt a lot.
Hurt a fuck lot.
I almost, it almost like I had 1 HP left.
Oh my, that sounds awful.
It was, I don't even know what HP is.
Force points.
Yes, horse points, that's it.
God. Well, as the dark creeps in, and most of you finish your conversations and get comfortable, and begin to drift off to sleep, it doesn't matter who's on watch because as I die because I'm coughing.
Doesn't matter.
Excuse me. It doesn't matter who is on watch because you all can hear it. There's a buzzing noise coming from the city some distance away. The buzzing gets louder and louder, and you can see small lights begin to float and drift above the city in some sort of display. The buzzing that you're hearing begins to turn into something of a beat. It's music. Oh, hey, it's already started. Killer, man.
What started?
I must have been a day off the schedule. Tonight must be the first night of the party. And he gets a paper out of his bag and begins to show it to you. And it's a nice animated flyer. And on the flyer, it depicts a bunch of words that tell you about a schedule for a celebration that's being taken. It's happening. Helvetica is hosting a week-long party. It's supposed to finish with the entire city and surrounding area in open celebration. And I'll copy and paste the text for you just to make it a little bit easier. And
Fucking grooving over here.
and paste that.
Tell me these fuckers invented rage?
Oh, yeah,
Is there EDM going down?
what you hear is what you hear. Oh yeah, Helvetica is like a master of sound and like just music in general. He's really good with kids. He's just the best guy, dude. By the sound of it, this is actually a Cynthia song. She's his assistant and she's really good too. I haven't heard her in person though.
Sounds dope. Look, we should just go ahead and get over there.
Oh no, dude, it'll take way too long to get over there.
Oh, fuck, it sounds so cool.
How long does this last?
Besides, at this time, you wouldn't even be able to get over there and figure out where your head is. Honestly, no, it's we'll enjoy from over here, and we will get there tomorrow, and you'll be there for the second night of the celebration. Don't worry.
This is a week long, you said?
Yeah, every night for a week. I don't know what the celebration's for, but it should be pretty killer. I'm not sure if you guys can sleep in the meantime because it's pretty loud. We're quite a ways up, but it's pretty loud still.
God, imagine the people living in the town that don't want to go.
Yeah, it becomes a problem. There's actually kind of a disagreement among a certain group and Helvetica, and it's kind of a political discussion.
Man's got boobs, I guess.
Oh,
Big money
yeah.
maker.
I haven't met him in person either. I bet he's great. I bet he's like the nicest person.
So you gotta fight for your right to party.
I don't think they're fighting that much for it. They're just partying.
No, I'm saying they need to. That's an imperative statement.
It might be. Yeah, that's and it rhymes too, kind of like he. Yeah, I like it. And Roscoe's just jamming out. He is dancing in the forest, and the other two are just trying to cover their ears while they lay down to get some sleep.
After a while, Jelric will kind of, as he's watching the light, he'll pull out the book of poetry as he kind of skims through it, and then looking back up at the city.
So anyone that is going to attempt to get a long rest, you have to roll me a con save right now, please. Otherwise, you can just assume that your night is going to be a little rough.
Oh, I got a 19.
Okay.
15. Oh, wait. Hold on. Dice. It's fucking hard to tell. No, it's a 19. Okay, 21.
Okay. So both of you succeed. But yeah, it's a little bit of a long night. And eventually, for some of you, not so much sleep. For some of you, a decent amount of sleep. That is going to be the end of the night. And in the morning is what we'll pick up next time.